Hey traders, welcome back to another daily profit and loss recap video. Today is Thursday, September 28th. I just finished up trading for the morning and I locked in $874 in profits, short selling the stock GRTS. In this video, we're going to talk about why I decided to short sell this stock and why I decided to short at the prices that I did. That being said, let's not waste any time. Let's get right into this trade. As we can see, this was gapping up in the extended hours trading session. We had this in the trade plans in the Market Master group last night. And if we take a look at those trade plans, the thought process here was that this was gapping up nicely in after hours on Wednesday with news. But the fact of the matter is that in this current market, no matter what the news is, no matter how bullish that news may be, stocks just are not holding on to their gains very well when they have a gap up. They tend to come straight back down. So rather than looking for a gap and go, I was more interested in a potential opportunity to short sell into this gap up. And this morning, once the market opened, I posted an alert as it was pushing up into the 150s that I was taking a short position here for a failed gap and go, and that there was a high likelihood of this fading back towards $1.20. All right, so what I was seeing at the time was that this was downtrending pretty much the entire pre-market session. On top of that, if we take a look down here at the daily chart, there is a downtrend on this daily chart as well. Historically, it does not hold on to its gains very well. If we look even longer term, we can see that this has a history of pretty much falling every time it spikes up. So all of those things were kind of making me more and more confident that this was not going to hold on to its gains very well. And if we take a look also at the volume profile, this is an indicator that I've been using more and more lately. We can see that a majority of the volume that was traded in the extended hour session was traded kind of in this $150 to $160 range, and a lot of times those high volume areas can become levels of support and resistance. So once it was spiking up into that area right at the market open, also into the VWAP, which is naturally going to be an area of resistance as well, that was what led me to start taking a starter position here in the 150s, and then I added some shares into that position once it started to pull back and fail at the VWAP. I had an average price of about $1.47 on this short position, and obviously, as I'm sure most of you know, a short position actually profits as the price goes down. So anyway, it may not look like a big move here, but it had a nice little pullback from that entry point, and I locked in my profits as it started to fall down into the low 130s. I made a total of $874 in profits on that trade. It was a very simple and straightforward short position. Never really got up near my risk level. I was willing to risk up towards $1.70, but thankfully it kind of just held on to that downtrend that it was holding all pre-market, and it started to fade back down. So that was a really solid trade for me today. On top of that, we had the stock SLNO, which was a big mover from a few days ago. This was also starting to make a move this morning and was one of the trades that I was looking to get into, but I never actually did. On the daily chart, we can see this, of course, had a massive gap and go on Tuesday. And yesterday, there was a smaller, low volume pullback day. And once it started to gap up today from that previous day's close, that to me was a bullish sign. Anybody that was short selling on this day thinking that this was going to fall back to $15 is now going to be stuck in an underwater short position once this starts to gap up. And they're going to kind of be forced to cover that position and cut their loss in order to manage their risk, and that's just going to add a lot of demand into the stock and can very easily push this higher and higher. And that was kind of the thought process as to why this was a good long opportunity this morning. However, I missed out on the opening range breakout trade that happened with this stock because I was a little bit too focused on my short position with GRTX, so I did not get into this trade, but there was definitely room there to scalp maybe 50 cents or even closer to $1 per share in profits on that trade. So again, I know I've been saying this over and over again, but the market is just not favorable for gap and go strategies. And because of that, I'm just trying to have a quality over quantity approach to my trading. So again, having this one solid trade with GRTS this morning was enough for me to call it quits for the day, take my profits and run. And that's exactly what I'm going to do. Hopefully you guys stayed profitable in this market, and hopefully you found some value from this video. If you did, please make sure to give it a like and subscribe to the channel. And of course, if you want to hear about these stocks that I'm trading in real time, as well as work with our team of traders, get access to our day trade and swing trade alerts, our detailed trade plans, our live custom scanner streams, and so on and so forth, all of that can be found in the Market Master group. There's going to be a link down below in the description for you to get signed up. But anyway, thank you again for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and good luck with your trading.